What happens when the Duggars, one of America's most famous reality TV families, face news that could change everything? Today, we dive into Jinger Duggar's priceless reaction to Jana Duggar's pregnancy news and what it really means for the family moving forward. For years, the Duggar family has fascinated millions. From 19 kids and counting to counting on, their lives have been documented in detail, showcasing everything from weddings and new babies to personal struggles and shifting family dynamics. Love them or criticize them, the Duggars have left a lasting cultural impact. At the heart of today's story is Jana Duggar, the eldest daughter. Known for her quiet strength and her long-standing role as a second mother to her many siblings, Jana earned the nickname Cinderella Duggar from fans. Unlike her brothers and sisters, who married and started families young, Jana has walked a different path, waiting longer than anyone expected to share her own family news. On the other side, we have Jinger Duggar, arguably the most independent-minded of the siblings. After marrying Jeremy Vuolo and moving to Los Angeles, Jinger has become a voice for individuality in a family defined by tradition. She's outspoken, modern, and often seen as a contrast to the conservative roots she grew up with. And now, with Jana's long-awaited pregnancy news finally revealed, all eyes are on Jinger. Her reaction has sparked major buzz among fans, some calling it heartwarming, others calling it surprising. But one thing's for sure, this moment is bigger than just a reaction. It's about what it means for the Duggar family moving forward. For years, Jana Duggar has held a unique place in the Duggar family story. As the eldest daughter of Jim, Bob, and Michelle, she grew up in the spotlight of 19 kids and later counting on. While her siblings began to marry young and start families of their own, Jana became known for something very different: her role as the dependable big sister. Many fans even gave her the nickname Cinderella Duggar, because she seemed to dedicate so much of her life to caring for younger siblings, managing household responsibilities, and putting others' needs before her own. From a young age, viewers watched her develop impressive homemaking skills: gardening, cooking, sewing, interior design, and organizing. Jana was often portrayed as the one who kept the family running smoothly behind the scenes. This naturally sparked curiosity among fans and media alike. Why wasn't Jana, with all of her talents and sweet personality, pursuing marriage like the rest of her siblings? Over the years, speculation grew. Some believed Jana was simply waiting for the right person, while others wondered if she was hesitant about following in the footsteps of her siblings who married quickly. A few even suggested that the heavy responsibilities placed on her by her parents may have left her little time for her own independence. Regardless of the reason, Jana's singleness became a recurring topic of discussion, both inside the Duggar fan community and across entertainment media. With each wedding in the family, Joanna, Jessa, Jinger, Jill, and even her younger brothers, Jana's story stood out more. Some fans admired her independence, praising her for not rushing into marriage. Others, however, speculated endlessly about whether she was secretly courting someone, if she was facing strict family rules, or if there was another reason she stayed single. This pressure wasn't easy. Being in the public eye meant that Jana's personal choices were constantly dissected. Tabloids ran headlines about her mystery love life, and fans filled social media with questions every time a Duggar family milestone happened. Through it all, Jana remained graceful, often smiling in photos, spending time with her family, and keeping much of her private life exactly that, private. But then, everything changed. After years of curiosity and countless rumors, Jana finally revealed something that shocked everyone: a pregnancy announcement. For fans who had long wondered about her future, this moment was nothing short of jaw-dropping. The eldest Duggar daughter, once the symbol of singleness and quiet service, was now stepping into motherhood, and the news set the Duggar world ablaze with excitement, questions, and emotions. Jinger Duggar's journey has often been described as one of the most unique among her siblings. While she grew up in the same strict environment as the rest of the Duggar children, complete with modest dress codes, courtship rules, and limited exposure to the outside world, her adult life has taken a notably different path. Her marriage to Jeremy Vuolo, a former professional soccer player turned pastor, marked the beginning of a new chapter. Unlike many of her siblings who stayed closer to home in Arkansas, Jinger and Jeremy chose to settle first in Texas and later in Los Angeles. This move was a bold step, not just geographically but also culturally. LA offered a world far removed from the conservative small-town environment the Duggars were accustomed to, and it placed Jinger at the center of a bustling, diverse city that challenged her upbringing in countless ways. Jinger quickly gained a reputation as one of the more independent-minded Duggar daughters. She began to embrace choices that set her apart from her family's traditions. Whether it was her wardrobe, opting for pants and modern fashion instead of the long skirts and dresses her parents encouraged, or her more open embrace of social media and public life, Jinger showed a willingness to live life on her own terms. This independence became even more clear through her book and her candid interviews. In her memoir, she reflected deeply on the faith traditions she grew up in, acknowledging the positive aspects while also questioning and rejecting parts of it that she found harmful or overly restrictive. She wrote openly about disentangling her personal beliefs from the strict teachings of Bill Gothard and the Institute in Basic Life Principles, which had shaped much of her childhood. For many fans, this honesty was refreshing. It showed courage and growth, and it provided insight into the complexities of leaving behind long-held family traditions. Because of this, Jinger's perspective carries a unique weight. Fans pay especially close attention to how she reacts to major Duggar family milestones, whether it's a new courtship, a wedding, or, in this case, news of a pregnancy. Many see her as a bridge between the Duggar family's deeply traditional lifestyle and a more modern, individualized way of living. Her responses, subtle or outspoken, often spark conversations about what it means to respect your family while also carving out your own path. Jinger's willingness to live differently has made her both admired and scrutinized. Admirers applaud her courage in speaking out and embracing change, while critics wonder how much distance she will continue to put between herself and the Duggar legacy. Either way, her story remains one of the most closely watched within the family, and that's why her reaction to Jana's life events, especially something as shocking as a pregnancy announcement, holds such intrigue for fans and followers alike. When Jana Duggar finally revealed her pregnancy news, the moment carried more weight than a typical family announcement. Whether it was done during a private family gathering, a heartfelt video call, or a carefully worded social media post, the anticipation had been building for years. Fans knew this announcement would ripple across the Duggar family in ways few others had. And among all the responses, one reaction stood out above the rest: Jinger's. Jinger's priceless reaction became a talking point almost immediately. Some described it as emotional, filled with happy tears and a sense of relief. Others noticed the way her face lit up, reflecting pure joy for her sister, despite the physical miles and lifestyle differences that often separate them. It wasn't just a smile or a polite congratulations. It was the kind of heartfelt reaction that revealed how deeply Jinger values her bond with Jana. The symbolism here is powerful. Jinger has often been seen as the sibling who charted her own path, moving away from Arkansas, building a life in Los Angeles, and stepping into a more independent version of her faith and family identity. Jana, by contrast, had long stayed at home, quietly supporting her parents and younger siblings. And yet, in this moment, Jinger's reaction seemed to bridge those differences. It showed that sisterhood, at its core, transcends geography, lifestyle, and even public perception. Fans had plenty to say about it. Some praised Jinger's obvious excitement, calling her the most supportive sister. They felt her emotional response demonstrated how much she had been rooting for Jana to experience motherhood. Others wondered if her reaction also carried a bittersweet undertone. After all, Jinger herself has navigated her own motherhood journey in a very public way, and seeing her older sister finally step into this chapter may have stirred up a mix of pride and nostalgia. The wider family's reactions were equally telling. Certain siblings expressed open joy, flooding Jana with messages of congratulations. Others were noticeably quieter, leading to speculation about family dynamics and whether everyone felt the same level of enthusiasm. Fans, always attuned to subtle cues, dissected who spoke up and who didn't, seeing it as a reflection of deeper relationships within the Duggar clan. Ultimately, Jinger's priceless reaction became the emotional centerpiece of the announcement. It was more than just happiness for her sister. It was a testament to the enduring strength of sibling bonds, even when those siblings have chosen very different paths in life. For many fans, it wasn't just about Jana's pregnancy, but about the reassurance that, despite the Duggar family's many public challenges, love and connection still hold them together. Jana Duggar's pregnancy announcement carries a weight that extends far beyond the personal joy of becoming a mother. In a family where children have always been at the heart of identity, ministry, and tradition, Jana's new chapter represents a profound shift. For decades, she was the older sister who cared for countless nieces and nephews, often stepping into a motherly role for her younger siblings. Now, she finally gets to step into motherhood for herself, experiencing the joy that her sisters and sisters-in-law have long embraced. This milestone has the potential to subtly reshape family dynamics. Jana, once seen primarily as the caretaker, is now joining her siblings in the central role of parent. This change could create new traditions, where her child grows up alongside cousins who already form a sprawling next generation of Duggars. It might also balance relationships within the family. Jana is no longer on the sidelines, but instead shares in the same life stage as so many others in her family. Public perception of the Duggars may also be influenced by this news. For years, fans speculated about Jana's single status and whether she would ever marry or have children. With this announcement, those narratives shift from if to now. In a sense, this moment could soften long-standing scrutiny and allow Jana to be celebrated for the path she has chosen in her own timing, rather than by the expectations of others. There's also the question of whether this joyous moment might heal some of the divisions that have fractured the Duggar family in recent years. Major milestones have a way of drawing people together, even when tensions exist. A new baby often reminds a family of their shared foundation, love, heritage, and faith. It's possible that Jana's child could serve as a bridge, a reason for siblings and relatives to reconnect and set aside differences, even if only temporarily. Most importantly, Jana's announcement is a reminder that beyond the cameras, headlines, and speculation, the Duggars are a family experiencing very human milestones. The anticipation of a new baby, the joy of first-time motherhood, and the tears of loved ones are emotions that transcend fame. For the Duggars, and for Jana especially, this moment isn't about public pressure. It's about the quiet, profound significance of starting a family of her own. As the story comes full circle, it's clear that Jinger and Jana's bond as sisters is something truly special. Despite living very different lives and taking different paths, their love and connection remain strong. Jana's pregnancy marks not only a new chapter for her, but also a reminder of how family moments can bring people closer together, no matter the miles or differences between them. Jinger's priceless reaction, so raw, so genuine, and so full of joy, resonated deeply with fans. Many celebrated her ability to put aside any differences and simply embrace her sister's happiness. It's a testament to the power of family, that even in the midst of change, challenges, and evolving identities, love always has the final word. At the end of the day, this moment reminds us that the Duggars, for all their fame and scrutiny, are still a family at the core, one built on shared history, enduring bonds, and the irreplaceable gift of sisterhood. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time. Jinger Duggar has priceless reaction to Jana Duggar's pregnancy news.